made it, and I didn't have anything. Okay. Thank you, everyone. Shh. Okay. So, shh. Thank you, everyone, for being back. In fact, we are in the slow food kind of environment, so the coffee was rather slow in the serving, but you were very quick in taking it. So we do appreciate a lot your effort for being back here sharp. Let me welcome back on top of you here with me also our participant following us via streaming. And I think we can actually launch the video. We have a surprise. In fact, we missed one participant. I will not introduce him. I will introduce him later. We see first the video. So I ask the regia to kindly put the video. Se potete mettere il video, per favore.
Dear colleagues and friends, first let me thank you for your great support that many of you personally have expressed to Ukraine, to our people in these challenging and dramatic months. I would like to thank the European Training Foundation for its immediate reaction on the unprecedented aggression of Russian Federation against Ukraine, expressed in the first days of the war. And of course, I would like to thank the European Training Foundation again for inviting me to the first and live event on the Skills Lab network here in Polenzo and take part in this brilliant panel. Unfortunately, this pre-recorded video was the only possibility which I could use to participate in this panel in the current circumstances. Today, June 13, is the 110th day of the war in Ukraine. During these most terrible days since World War II, Ukraine has suffered significantly in all spheres of social and economic life. More than 10 million of Ukrainian citizens have left their homes. Lots of them lost them. Millions of our citizens found asylum in the EU countries. Thousands of our people died. Between them, more than 200 children. The Ukrainian economy has left more than $1.5 trillion of US dollars within these 3 months. And hundreds of economic enterprises had to be moved and relocated to the safer places of Ukraine. In these extremely difficult circumstances, good planning in terms of spending public and private resources becomes absolutely vital. And unfortunately, the war affected seriously our planning and anticipating possibilities. Before the war, Ukraine spent a lot of money on education and training, and these expenditures were based on the data collected through the mechanism of so-called state and regional order for training both higher and vet students. Order of this year, as the previous ones, was done mostly on the anticipation and possibilities of the educational institutions, without taking into consideration labor market and economic development trends. And now we see how inappropriate it is in the modern conditions. Since 2019, the Institute of Professional Qualifications, expert civil society organization, which aims to develop modern electronic platform for the analysis of national and regional labor market needs, using big data analytics, has been monitoring the labor market needs in Ukraine. In 2 pilot studies conducted in 2021, under the Ministry of Education memorandums, we analyzed the current situation in 2 regions of Ukraine. And based on the data collected, we provided recommendations both for the regional bodies responsible for the organization of regional enrollment in vet institutions, and for all vet providers indicating occupations that we suggest to increase the enrollment, and those we suggest maintain the same number and even decrease the number of vet students. Unfortunately, the war prevented the further implementation of these plans. But we believe that after the victory, renewed Ukraine will need new modern tools of skills anticipation and matching to respond to the following challenges. The EU integration, development of defense, construction, healthcare, education, IT, agriculture, medical, and many other sectors, deficit of financial and material resources, energy security and efficiency, need to find the new markets to Ukrainian exports. And coming to the most important task in the area of skills anticipation and matching in the post-conflict Ukraine, I can say that all areas mentioned above will require massive upskilling and reskilling of Ukrainian citizens, both those who have already acquired qualification and those who are only in the process of acquisition, especially in terms of digital and green skills. And in order to do it efficiently, we have to master the digital tools that provide the most upgraded information on the labor market status and needs, both at national and regional levels, as well as the current supply of the education and training system on the basis of the big data analysis tool. Learn how to use the information from different resources, both traditional and new tools, and to trust the results, even if they differ from the anticipation of official bodies. Quickly adapt the existing financial resources to rapidly changing demands of labor markets, and update the curriculum and training materials to the EU standards. Since 2021, we benefit from the prominent ETF initiative, Skills Lab Network, that gathered brilliant experts all over EU and neighboring regions. And we do hope that after the victory, we could sit somewhere in Ukraine and find the answers to the questions. What skills are needed in Ukraine? What are the means of the proper anticipation of such needs? What skills are needed at the EU landscape and how Ukraine can contribute to meet their needs? Thank you for your attention. Dear colleagues and friends, first let me thank you for your great support that many of you
I'm sorry, I was emotional myself. So actually the person that we had in video was Rodion Kolishko, director of the Institute of Professional Qualifications from Ukraine. I think he deserves a big applause. Thank you. There was a big effort from him, but also from the ETF team in order to have Rodion with us, who is a friend of ETF from many, many years. I think that I can pass the floor to Umuran for the last round, and now I move from emotional back to the bad cop, just for you to know. Floor is yours. Thank you.
Okay, hello again. I always have this need to show up myself because